My name is Michael Mastro. Today we're going to look at the chart for Nicole Kidman, Oscar winner, actress, singer, very successful. If you look to the eastern horizon using sidereal zodiac, you would see that uh, there would be a constellation associated with Libra rising at 12 degrees when she was born. And any planets that are within 5 degrees of that, or nodes of the moon like Rahu and Ketu and Jupiter, will have a lot of impact in the chart. So, in fact, Jupiter is quite it is exalted in the chart, even though its dispositor is weak. So, uh, let's look and see how the planets are operating in her chart. We know that any multiconal signs in the 6th, 8th, or the 12th become functionally malefic and can cause harm. So Mercury is here, so becomes functional malefic along with Rahu and Ketu. It's not. It's Mercury's benign in the birth chart, but can, through conjunction or aspect in the transit chart, occasionally cause some issues. So let's look and see what we're learning in this lifetime. Each of these houses represents an area of life. And so wherever the multiconal signs fall, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11, those are the areas she came here to work on. So working on relationships and living in foreign places, working on her career, working on income and fulfilling desires, working on spiritual growth through letting go of attachments, working on performing arts, working on trying to have children, and those are the main things. Now, let's look and see how the planets are operating. So Sun is fairly strong. It is ruling the house of income, and it's placed in the house of good fortune, so that it says she can have income, magnetic personality, that she can also have income through travel, and that she would be fairly wealthy. I think she's worth over 300 million. Let's see, the moon is debilitated, and it is placed in the house of wealth and fame and the stability in the marriage. And it is ruling the career house. So it connects the career with singing, fame for public performance. It is a little bit weak, so there can be some weakness for the mother. I think she has breast cancer. And it can also be some issues in the stability of the marriage. She married a couple times. Let's see. Can delay motherhood as well. So poorly placed Mars. Mars is sitting in the 12th house, and it's ruling the house of relationships and living in foreign lands. So it can create some separations in marriage. So she's been, again, married a couple times. It can give some addiction to her partner. 12th house has to do with addictions. And it can make her a little detached, which is good for an actress. She can take on different roles quite easily. And then also extreme sports, very much into extreme sports, and some accidents are possible. Some legal issues with the tabloids were also possible. Mercury, again, functional and malefic, placed in the house of good fortune. Again, it connects her good fortune through this ability to separate herself from herself and take on different acting roles where she communicates her emotions quite well. Let's see. Then also, she she didn't finish high school. She went on to acting right away. So Mercury sitting in the house of education. Um, and so she is also um, remedying the malefic Mercury by helping disadvantaged children. She's very philanthropic in her charities. Exalted Jupiter brings success through performing arts, placed in the career house, and it's a little bit weak because the dispositor moon is weak, debilitated, and so it can delay and cause some issues with husband. Venus gives life purpose through acting and performing arts and through her own beauty and, and fame. Connects the career to all of those things. And also, Venus has to do with luxury items. So she's helping with the branding of Chanel and being in their advertisements, and I think she may have her own clothing line. I'm not sure, but other brands as well. Saturn's poorly placed in the sixth house, Dustana house, a challenging house, but it gives her the ability to help other people through the charities. Gives her great discipline. Now, Saturn is ruling the house of children, so this can cause some delay in children. She was not able to have children for many years, adopted, and then she did have one child. I think she had a miscarriage as well. This can give some legal issues with the tabloids, some possible accidents as well. Rahu and Ketu are close to the most effective point. In fact, very, very close. So they afflict the houses they're in and 6 out of the 12 houses. So K2 is afflicting the house of children. So again, delay to the children and the education, quit high school, and then some issues with the marriage, as well as some legal issues with the ninth house. Rahu, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So some social connection issues, 6, 7. Some issues with self, some stress for self. 8, 9. Big desire to do the performing arts. Could be delays, possibly. So let's look at the timing of events. So her first appearance was in when she quit high school to act in a Christmas movie on TV during a Jupiter period. Again, this acting, ruling the house of acting. Then she got married to Tom Cruise during a Venus period in 1990. So Venus is connecting herself to others through the marriage, the relationships. Then you got in 2099, she got separated, and she had injured during Moulin Rouge during a dancing scene, cracked a couple ribs, had a knee injury. Miscarriage, all in that area during a Saturn-Mercury period. So again, Saturn causing delays, Mercury causing some issues there as well. Separations, ruling the house of separations. Then got an Oscar during a Venus period, again, some fame. Married Keith Urban during a Venus period as well, 2006, again with the relationship. Had her own child in 2008 during a Sun-Jupiter period, Sun incoming, Jupiter child. In fact, it was just, that period was just coming up. And then her dad died, who she was pretty close to, during a Moon Rahu period. During this period here, you could see Rahu's afflicting Mars, so causing sudden change to her relationship with her dad. And then her mom also had breast cancer, and I think she had a heart attack in 2016 during a moon period, moon being afflicted at that period, and moon is debilitated, so it causing some issues for the mom. And then she twisted her ankle in May of 2020 during a K2 period, causing harm to unexpected event to the body. So what could we do to strengthen the chart? She's already doing the remedies for Rahu and K2 and Mercury by helping others in her charity work. But wearing a kavash to strengthen the debilitated moon and the weak Venus and Jupiter, as well as Mars and Sun and Saturn, would be wearing a silver locket that we have on our website, vastucreations.com, that contains the Devata yantras for those planets, as well as containing a paramagnetic material to protect you from 5G. She could wear those gemstones, but it's a little tricky because some of these planets are in Dustana houses. So the kavash is really the best. It's a protective shield, and it strengthens those weak planets in her chart. So thank you for listening. If you want to get a Vedic Astrology reading, you can go to www.vastucreations.com under services, or if you'd like to learn Vedic Astrology under the courses, we have a level 1 and 2 certification. Thank you again for listening.